So, welcome back. Zach Ciotti here, of course, the whole YouTube thing. I have a friend that just sent me a Dropbox link. He's a music video producer, and what he's interested in having done here is a little bit of object removal. Now, I understand this is something that typically not a lot of people need to do. Most people like to shoot in such a way that they don't have to fix and post, where I'm kind of the opposite. I shoot so that I can fix and post. In fact, I did that for like all the years that I was working at the NBC affiliate in Raleigh, North Carolina. I was just like, well, I want to make a reel of how cool I can do all these visual effects. So what I ended up doing was coming up with various examples of how to motion track an object and then replace it with a matte painting or something to make it look like the object was not really there in the first place. So that would be object removal. No, the object doesn't actually get removed, it's just sort of painted over. It's just sort of, we kind of mask it out and we make it work. So immediately after I show you how to do this method with this clip from this music video, I'm going to include at the end of this vlog right now the visual effects breakdown that I came up with. I came up with this back in 2013-ish was when I first did this little method. It was this one night I was super excited to have my friend, partner in Bold Rush, Tell Stewart, and he worked with the Piano Guys for years and years and years. He was the one that actually helped them get started in the beginning by helping their first video go viral and reach the front page of YouTube. So at one point, Tell asked me if I could do some object removal. Now, this is something I admittedly have never ever done before, but I thought to myself, well, I know After Effects pretty well. I could probably figure this out and make this work. So I'd never seen a single tutorial do what I'm about to show you that I did. Piano Guys, Zach Ciotti. There it is. One of the key attributes of a visual effects artist is unfortunately the fact that you can't tell what they did. So if they did a good job, you really can't see it. Let's see, ah man, C-I-O-T-I. Well, at least it still shows up when you search it. The original shots looked completely different. Instead of a fantasy wonderland, it was actually like a small city block. The published version actually did end up including a couple little things that they never asked me to remove. The final product in general turned out absolutely gorgeous. So when these opportunities arise, I tend to be a little too zealous about it and say yes to projects, which I definitely shouldn't in some cases. Now, this was a cool opportunity for me, no doubt, but unfortunately, I was asked to do it on Valentine's night. And so I stayed late after work and worked on it late into the night. And that's not something you should do. So what I'm about to show you right now is how to do the same method on this small clip from this music video that my friend Stefan Perry at Easy Day Entertainment has allowed me the opportunity to share with you. I'm just gonna do it for the heck of it just because I feel like you deserve it. Everyone keeps asking me, Zach, why don't you make YouTube videos on how to do After Effects? Zach, share us your After Effects thing, because everyone's texting me and calling me from the West Coast and the East Coast. I sincerely love teaching people. I love sharing things that I've figured out, and this is something that no one actually taught me. I saw Andrew Kramer pull this off in videocopilot.net not too long after I came up with it. I'm not saying he copied me. No. I'm pretty sure I copied most of everything that he's done in the past. If there's anything else in the near future that you want to learn how to do in visual effects or in cinematography, my two very special specialties, I would love to be able to share them with you. So please comment below, let me know what your questions are, and we'll see if we can figure out how to do some more vlogs and tutorials about them. In After Effects, there are multiple careers. You know, and I see people around the world that have jobs as just the rotoscope artist, just the person that does one little tiny job, and a very, very big job when it comes to feature-length films. But if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm gonna show you something a little special. And if you don't wanna see it, that's fine. But please subscribe. If you don't wanna subscribe, that's fine too. But I'm gonna show you some of the coolest, most satisfying stuff that you can create and show off. And we're gonna do it right now with this clip from this music video. Let's see it. All right, so here's the original shot from Stefan Perry. You can see that it started out with some wires on the walls, and there is a slider right on the table. So what I'll do right now is run through a preview of a very long tutorial, which I will release later on. So what I had to do was increase the exposure, because this was shot on a DSLR, and the contrast was high, details were minimal. My next step was creating a still image in After Effects. Immediately after that, I showed an example of how you could remove an object just by painting it over with the clone stamp tool in After Effects, but obviously it was going to be much easier in Photoshop. So opening up Photoshop, I showed how quickly and easily, how intelligently the healing brush tool works. And having saved it in Photoshop, it updates automatically in After Effects. And the next steps involve motion tracking and masking. Just to show the different ways that you can do motion tracking, I started with After Effects' original motion tracker that uses a point system. With a couple of adjustments, motion tracking turned out perfectly. Only at this point did I actually notice that the light in the background on the wall was causing an exposure change on that table. So I had to walk through an example of the very tedious process of adjusting the exposure with the exposure effect, using keyframes, copying, pasting, making minor adjustments here and there, and then finally blending in that masked clean slate. And after cleaning the wires off the wall in Photoshop, the last half of the tutorial, which I have to speed up, uses Mocha, the very lovable planar tracking system, as you can see here. I also had to run through an example of rotoscoping, using the roto brush found in After Effects. The most difficult was this bottom left corner, where someone walks in front of and passes by the lower left wire. What made it worse was that someone kept checking their phone, moving their hand directly in front of that spot. We had multiple things to rotoscope, so I did what all good visual artists do and used Mocha to mask out every single thing on the screen. But in the end, it turned out completely smooth. Check out this final shot. No wires on the walls, no slider on the table. Now, was that so hard? You know After Effects. Go out there, make stuff, start removing stuff, remove nice stuff, but remove it. And when you do remove it like you've never removed it before. And if you removed it before, then be careful how you remove it this time, because there are people are going to judge you on how much you've removed from last time to this time. I'm going to stop talking pretty soon here, and everyone's probably going to be happy about that. Anyway, as promised, I do want to show you my visual effects breakdown reel, which I had never put on YouTube before. Something of the past. You'll see it's in less than HD. All right, that's it. I'm done. Roll the breakdown. Get out of here. Go. Subscribe, actually. And like it and share it if you want to. Okay, if you don't, that's fine. Bye. All right, I'm done. Go.
Out.